Hello, YouTube. It is I, Prodigious, and I am here to get with you about a deck that seems to be a fan favorite, and I'm going to go over my hot take version of it. Today, we're going to be talking about Red Hybrid. Let's get into it. So, first off, for our rookies, we're going to be running 4 copies of Flamemon from BT7. Now, what this guy does is on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with hybrid in its traits, Susunamon or Takuya Kambara among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Tell you right now, we are not packing a Susunamon in this deck. Inheritable is on deletion. You may play 1 Takuya from your hand without paying its memory cost. Next, I'm playing a single copy of Flamemon from BT6. He costs 4 to hard play. Inheritable is your turn. While this Digimon has hybrid or 10 warriors in its form or type, it gains piercing. Then we run 4 copies of Flamemon from BT4. He has on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with hybrid in its form and or 1 red tamer among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Then we have 4 copies of Flamemon from BT12. He has on play, by trashing 1 Digimon card with hybrid trait, draw 2 cards. Inheritable is your turn. While this Digimon has hybrid or 10 warriors trait, it gets plus 2000 DP. Last rookie of the deck, because it is hybrid, you gotta run at least a couple copies of Bokomon. Bokomon here has on play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 card with hybrid or 10 warriors in its traits, and 1 tamer card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Your turn, once per turn, when one of your tamers digivolves, gain 2 memory. Now, moving on to the champions. We are running several copies of Burning Greymon and only a single play set of Agunimon. So we're going to start off with the Burnings. So I'm running 4 copies of Burning Greymon from BT7. He can Evo on top of any level 3 rookie for 3. He can Evo on top of another level 4 for 1. But he does have the text that says that he can Evo on top of a Tamer as if it was a level 3 Digimon for only 2. When Digivolving, if a card with hybrid in its traits or Takuya Kambara is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. So you could say he's mainly here for just deleting some lower level Digimon like blockers and etc. Then we have 4 copies of Burning Greymon from BT12. Can Evo from a level 3 for red for 3. He can Digivolve from a Agunimon for only 1. So he still retains that I can slide Digivolve from a champion to a different champion. He also has, you may Digivolve this card onto one of your Tamers as if it, or not one of your Tamers, but onto one of your Takuya Kambara. This is actually name specific, so keep that in mind. as if it was a level 3 Digimon for 2. When Digivolving, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. Inheritable, while this Digimon has Hybrid or 10 Warriors, it gets plus 2000. So he's the main one you want to Digivolve into for being a beater, because he will give you that plus 2000 DP. Then we have a Gunimon from BT12. He can Digivolve on top of a Rookie for 2, or he can Digivolve on top of a Takuya as if it was a level 3 Rookie. He has the on deletion effect. You may play one Flamemon from your hand suspended without paying the cost. As well as an on deletion inheritable, you may play one Takuya from your hand without paying the cost. Now moving on to the Ultimates, we are running 4 copies of Aldemon from BT7, and you will soon find out why he is the go-to version of our level 5 for the Red Hybrid deck. When one of your Digimon with a Tamer card and its Digivolution cards digivolves into this card in your hand, reduce the memory cost by 2. So he can only cost 1 to Evo into if you're using it in this deck. When Digivolving, if a card with Hybrid in its traits is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, this Digimon gets plus 4000 DP, which will turn him into a 12K. And then he has the Inheritable. While this Digimon has Hybrid or 10 Warriors in its traits, it doesn't activate security effects on option cards it checks. So it's like it has a delicate plan built into its Inheritable. And then a lot of people will probably disagree with this, but I run 2 copies of BT12 Aldemon, just because it would give you another way of Digivolving in a tight spot. Because it has hand, main phase. By placing one Agunimon and one Burning Greymon from your trash under one of your Takuya Kambaras in any order, Digivolve it into this card as if that card is a level 4 red Digimon for the Digivolution cost. So instantly, if you just don't not have the appropriate level 4s in your hand, you can use this in combination with a Tamer called Takuya Kambara and Evo directly into a level 5 and gain those inheritables. That's why I'm running it, just because there could be that crazy situation of where you just don't have what you need and you need to get up higher quickly for that turn. He also has on deletion, return one Takuya Kambara from your trash to your hand. So even if something does happen to him, it isn't like you're losing on your investment. And then finally, we have the big boy himself running 4 copies of BT12 Emperor Greymon. This is our level 6 Megaform for the deck. There is versions of the deck of where you could actually run, I believe it's Ancient Greymon. And the deck would probably run very similar, just maybe swap out a couple of cards. Maybe swap out a couple of your champions for some promo versions of Agunimon. But I am running with this version of the deck. So Emperor Greymon here has security attack +1 built in. He has when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less. If this Digimon has a red Tamer in its Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP instead. So automatically, when you Evo into this, you are deleting something that is the same DP as this. And we already saw we have some inheritables that boost you up quite a bit. So you could hit like 13, 15K DP very easily. He also has on deletion. You may play one Takuya Kambara from your hand or trash without paying the cost. And then I'm splashing in a single copy of Emperor Greymon from BT7. This has when digivolving blitz. So that means if the memory gauge passes over to your opponent's turn, if nothing else, you can still get a swing in with this guy. He also has your turn once per turn. When this Digimon is blocked, unsuspend it and gain 1 memory for each Digivolution card this Digimon has with hybrid in its traits. So this is for those rare occasions of where your opponent might just have a blocker and they think they are safe. You evo into this versus the other one, so now all of a sudden you are going to be able to swing to finish out that game. Now, on to the Tamers of the deck, which, as you can guess, are all Takuyas. We're running 4 copies of each. First, we have the BT7 version, and then we have the BT12. So, BT7 Takuya has main once per turn. You may place 5 cards with hybrid in their traits from your trash under this Digimon, or under this Tamer, in any order to digivolve it into Emperor Greymon in your hand for its Digivolution cost, as if this Tamer is a level 5 red Digimon. He also has the inheritable of this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP, and while this Digimon has 10k DP or more, it gains security attack plus 1. And there is a little trick that you can actually do with this deck under the right circumstances with this Takuya. You can actually choose to activate that effect to put sources underneath him, but then not digivolve. From the way it's worded, you are able to just use it to just get back sources, put them underneath him, and then stop right there. So that means you could actually evo after doing so into, say, an Agunimon or Burning Greymon just to gain a champion or even an ultimate that just has a bunch of additional inheritables and sources underneath it. So you can do that if you choose to. Now we have the BT12 version. This one is basically just a memory fixer. If you have 2 or less memories, set it to 3. His inheritable effect, though, is this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. While it has 10k DP or more, it gains your turn once per turn. When this Digimon checks an opponent's security, gain 2 memory. And that's going to be it for the Tamers. Now, the last thing we got to look at for the deck itself is going to be our option cards, and we are running only 4. We are running the 4 Atomic Inferno option cards. They say, main, one of your Digimon with hybrid in its forms gets plus 3000 DP, security attack plus 1, and gains the text of your turn. When this Digimon is blocked, gain plus 3 memory for the turn. It also has the security effect of all your Digimon gain security attack plus 1 until the end of your next turn. So basically, very aggro, very strong, and very head-on. You can run almost any red egg for this deck. I am opting, just because, for Yokomon from BT11. It has on deletion, if you have a red Tamer in play, draw 1 card. Because the strength of the red hybrid deck comes from a lot of its inheritables saying that if something makes it get deleted, you get to either play back a Digimon or play back a Tamer. So that means you can actually trigger your on deletion effects to help you get what you need out and be set back up for just continuing to evolve and go into your opponent. But that has been my take on Red Hybrid, and I will see you next time.